And now introducing your Los Angeles Clippers. At the point.
Hi, everyone. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. He gets it in there. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
And a deep 3 from George. The Clippers keep it alive. Jackson from long range. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Doncic. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
And he gets the bucket. Porzingis has got 6.
You don't see many big guys run the floor like this, do you? I mean, Porzingis special.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Zubac kicks to George. Left side, Leonard. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Richardson the pass to Kleba. Back to Richardson. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Doncic. Down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here is George. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. It's rebounded by Dallas. Doncic right side. Here's Porzingis. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 8.
Well, you know, guys, the combination of strength and height for Porzingis allowing him to take on physical defense much better.
And George, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Richardson dishes to Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, Doncic, with his size and ball skills and vision, is a master, a maestro in the pick and roll. He can make just about any pass necessary out of the pick and roll set.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Dallas making a switch here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Stolen by Beverly. One-on-one here. Man gets the bucket.
And when you leave a man open, Batum finds it. Great feel for the game.
Beverly against Brunson. Hardaway passes to Brunson. To the paint, trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. To the inside. Powell. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shot clock at 2. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Clippers trail by 4. Beverly for 3. Cousins finds Beverly. Outside, George. 14 feet away. The Mavericks pull it in.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for Dallas. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
Old school basketball. Yeah.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Beverly. Then there's Batum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Kennard in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Batum with the steal. And Beverly kicks to Rondo. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Burke, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. He dishes it to Hardaway. Cauley Stein up top. Pass to Powell. Back to Cauley Stein. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Pass to Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Cauley Stein. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Cauley Stein's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Rondo passes to Batum. Good on the shot. Now here's Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He kicks it to Richardson. Now the pass to Powell. Now Burke. Pass to Cauley Stein. 6 on the shot clock, and the shot goes down. And that's now 6 points for Willie Cauley Stein.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And the rejection by Cousins.
Cousins not one to be challenged there. Tenacious denial.
And he recovers it. Here's Cauley Stein. And finally they hit one. Cauley Stein's got 8 points.
just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. The Mavericks also with a sub. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Hardaway. Here's Burke. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Burke's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Dallas making a switch here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Trey Burke. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic passes to Kleber. Out to Doncic. Wide open look. No good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Doncic looking it over. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Inside. Kleber kicks to Porzingis. It's not going to go for him. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Mavericks lead by 1.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 3 rebounds. And that's...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Richardson attacking. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, I like the mindset of Richardson here. Not settling for the jump shot.
The Clippers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Here's George. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. An easy 2 points on the layup. Porzingis has got it all tied up now for the Mavs.
Well, you look at Porzingis and his size 7'3", he consistently torches defenders around the rim.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attract so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
The three from George Morris. Great positioning on the putback.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Doncic with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Back to Doncic. And the rejection by Zubac. Goes back up. And Doncic lays it in. Doncic has got 6 points.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
LA's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And here's George for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Richardson the pass to Kleber. Leonard against Doncic. Back to Kleber. Outside, Porzingis. 4 on the clock, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Brunson finds Redick. Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Mavericks making a switch here. Burks is checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Kennard for 3. Drains the three-pointer. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Mavericks leading. Here's Burke. Down low. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
How about the assertiveness from Hardaway Jr. there, electing to go with power and force. I love it.
And 1:01 left to play here in the third. Here's Beverly. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, you know, Cousins, I think, is sometimes underrated as an offensive rebounder. That guy can get some putbacks for you.
Burke kicks to Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Outside for Redick. Clock at 6. And the pass to Porzingis. Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Oh, I like the aggression from Batum, getting in there and forcing the defense's hand.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Dallas also making a switch. Kleber's checked in, and the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. To the middle. Dallas moving it around. Kleber. Kennard with the rebound.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Here's Rondo. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the foul against Dallas.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. The Clippers on top, up 2. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the 3.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Rondo against Brunson. Pass to Kennard. Takes a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
A solo fast break. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Fast hands that time earned Rondo the steal. Can't forget, he's been a league leader in that statistic before, too.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
Doncic against Leonard. Here's Melly. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists tonight.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
George dishes to Jackson. Looking for George. He gets it there. 5 on the clock. Leonard the pass to Cousins. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Cauley Stein. And Dwight Powell subbed in for Nicolo Melli. Mavericks trail by 5. Doncic with it. Passes to Marjanovic.
Yeah, way to play.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic with the steal. Pass to Marjanovic. They double him with George. Marjanovic passes to Powell.
And, you know, when Powell is this deep, the defense knows they're in trouble. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Clippers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubac is checked in. And George, here we go. Powell kicks to Finney-Smith. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. .136 left to play here in the fourth. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Los Angeles with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Doncic.
Well, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness. But also, he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
All free throws good from Doncic.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
George dishes to Leonard. To end the drought, count it.
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Morris against Doncic. Feeds it to Powell. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Leonard against Hardaway. Leonard looking around. Back to George. The three. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
You know, he's the third pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
Yeah, critical that he's able to convert there. Now they've taken the lead.
Outside Leonard. It's good!
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Doncic outside. Missed. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's man into the small forward. And for Denver, Jokic is out there with Bol. Then there's Monte Morris. Then it's Porter. And it's Rivers in at the 2 spot.
Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there, collects the offensive rebound, very alert, and cleans up the mess.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape, and boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Here's man from deep, George, and Bull pulls it down.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic with the bucket. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Now here's Jackson following the miss by Jokic. Morris passes to man. Left side, George. It's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Here's George. No good on the quick 3.
No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
To the paint. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Morris against Jackson. Morris with the bucket. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to George. Jokic with the steal. Pass to Morris. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. That shot, no good.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
They grab their own miss. Porter kicks the ball. Second chance shot. And that one, good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Clippers trail by 8. George finds Jackson. And George, here we go. Over Rivers. The putback. And Bull pulls it down. Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Scooped up. Jokic. Goes up with it again. He takes it up and lays it in. Jokic has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now, here is George. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
That free throw good from George.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
Outside Porter. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to McGee. And it's in there.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. They trail by 6. Kennard, the pass to Rondo, to the inside. And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Rondo.
The way that Cousins keeps that one in control, an amazing job how he fights through the contact, something he is very used to.
Campazzo, he's covered by Rondo. And they pick up 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Kennard against Green. Kennard, the pass to George. Over Porter. And it's George missing.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it...
This game, it's a physical game.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in a power forward position. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Najee, and he dunks it down.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
Leonard, the pass to Beverly. Clippers moving the ball around. To the paint, passes it to Cousins. Leonard against Millsap. Here's Cousins. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Cousins has got his second basket of the night. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
Harrison kicks to Gordon. Over Kennard. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his first 2 points of the night.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. Down low. Beverly finds Leonard. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
McGee, the pass to Harrison. Outside Millsap. Pass to Najee. Denver needs to get off his shot, and that one's good. Millsap.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. From deep, George. Denver grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Bull kicks to Jokic. Shoots over Zubac. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 6.
You dig down deep at some of the numbers. Jokic is a much better defender than what he gets credit for. I think we always think about athleticism around rim protection, but sometimes it's just about size and smarts, and he has that.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
George passes to Zubac. George dishes to Jackson. Back to George. Over Rivers. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Here's George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. George has got 8 points.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Now here's Rivers. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Morris. And he uses the glass on the layup. Morris has got the lead up to 10 now for the Nuggets.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. $12 seconds left in the first half of the game. Morris outside. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Batum's got his first basket.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a solid 8-point lead.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
We've got Monte Morris. Cole is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Rivers. And it's Jokic in at the 5. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
Outside Leonard. Inside Cousins. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Leonard looking over the floor. The pass to Oturu. Back to Leonard. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Pass to Kennard. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And here's Leonard from 3. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cousins, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 16. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Leonard attacking. That one falls. Leonard's got his second bucket tonight.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, DA.
Now, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
The Nuggets leading by 10. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Harrison kicks to McGee. Kicks it out to Gordon. And it's sent back by George.
You can't toss up the weak stuff around Paul George. He sees it coming and uses his reach to get to it.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 10-point game. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Gordon against George. On the wing, George. Just 5 to shoot. George missing again.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
The drive by Gordon.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Passes it to George. Over Gordon. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Morris outside. Jackson has the open look. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Harrison. There's Gordon with the three. Missed. And so it's Denver up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Well, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Jackson is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in a power forward.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
Porter finds Green. With the teardrop. Millsap with it. Zubac defending. And he banks in the layup.
A great concentration from Paul Millsap there. He's used to having to score on difficult shots around multiple defenders.
Rondo passes to Zubac. To the middle. Wants to get it to Morris and does. Pass to Jackson from downtown. The shot will not fall. And it's Denver the other way. Here's Porter and finished off by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
There's Jackson with the three. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Here's Porter. Green. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And there's the pass to Batum. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Zubac. And Jackson gets it to go.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Campazzo. And the layup falls.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Zubac with it. Rondo drives in. And Batum kicks to Rondo. It's stolen by Green. Millsap left side. Shoots over Batum. And there's Millsap. That's good on the assist by Green.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for the Clippers, Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's George in for Rajon Rondo. Harrison passes to Bull. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. 6 to shoot. Bull with it. He's against Morris. Tips it up. Jokic on the follow. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Free throw good. Paul George.
Just 1 year in college for Paul George, and then made the transition to the NBA, and all the talk was about what it is we're seeing now. A very capable two-way player and all-star caliber talent.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nuggets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
Just a force on the glass. Did a fantastic job crashing the boards and coming up with seemingly every rebound.
Shot's good. The D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Shooting one.
And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. The free throw drops for Jackson.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Morris against Jackson. Here's Gordon. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And there's no question that Gordon is a talented player, and it's clear he wants to be a star in this league.
And George kicks to Zubac. George looking over the floor. Zubac trying to break loose. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And it's Jokic missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there. And
all right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do. Welcome to 2K Sports for a payday.
Hey, Kevin,
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Michael Porter's out there with Jokic. Then there's Bull. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the point guard. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. Bull, that's good.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Doncic outside, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Harrison passes to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And like the initiative there, Jokic seen an opportunity to get inside and just attack it.
Doncic outside. Porzingis finds Kleber. Richardson against Rivers. Richardson, good. Now Rivers. The pass to Jokic. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Richardson.
And not easy defending Jokic. His height puts the defense in a tight spot, and they just slipped up there.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Rivers with it. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Five on the clock. Pass to Jokic. The Mavericks pull it in.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Rivers surveying the D. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Pass to Bull. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Doncic. And that one, good.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Campazzo, Richardson covering. Campazzo, it's hauled in by Richardson. The Mavericks leading. Porter against Doncic. Richardson kicks to Doncic. Porzingis inside. Now, here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. Basket counts.
We call that staying calm, recognizing the situation, and saving the possession. Doncic able to beat the clock.
Campazzo, Richardson covering. And it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Now here's Gordon. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
54 seconds left to play in the first. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now, here's Redick. On the wing, Hardaway. To the inside, Cauley-Stein. No good that time. Excellent D that time there from McGee. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Morris, and he converts the layup. And that makes it a tie ball game.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Brunson against Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on JaVale McGee.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of this one.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
It's Millsap with the drive. And the shot goes in.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Powell is out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Burke in at the two-guard spot. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Green, no luck. The Mavericks trailing. And that one's good. Burke.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for J.J. Redick. Now here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Finney-Smith. Burke, the pass to Brunson. Inside, clock at 6. Kleba finds Brunson. Now here's Burke. T right on him. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here's Bull. His second shot goes in, off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Burke, the pass to Brunson. Here's Cauley Stein. Dallas moving it around. Now here's Burke. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Feeds to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And here are the Nuggets now. The Mavericks making the shot. Rivers kicks to Jokic. And it's good off the glass. Jokic has got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Runs in the pass to Kleba. Now Burke. Back to Kleba. Jokic with the steal. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Hardaway comes in for Maxi Kleba. Richardson, he's checked in for Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now here's Porzingis. Here's Richardson. Stolen by Rivers. And here's Jokic. Down low. Bull, the pass to Jokic. to the paint. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. It's Richardson on the wing. There's the dish to Doncic. Back to Richardson. And they get it. Jokic grabs the miss. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They lead by 6, their biggest margin.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Doncic looking it over. Kicks to Richardson. Dishes to Hardaway. Now Porter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Bol with it. Rivers passes to Jokic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic against Millsap. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Doncic left side. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson finds Doncic. They could use a bucket. Here's Porzingis. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Amazing when you're 7'3" with great
And so it's Denver bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They never put themselves in too much danger. And that'll do.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. It's been quite a game for Bol.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Porter. Bol is out there with Jokic. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Harrison in at the point guard position. Now here's Richardson. Just his first attempt. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
And that one's good, Harrison. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Kleber kicks to Doncic. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Richardson. Michael Porter making his last shot. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Bol uses it to perfection to block shots.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Now here's Rivers. He dishes at the Bol. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis, and Trey Burke subbed in for Richardson.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Here's Morris after Luka Doncic's bucket. Gordon kicks to Morris. Out to the wing. Here's Najee. And the shot goes in. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Morris against Brunson. The pass to Burke. Dallas moving it around. Cauley Stein dishes to Burke. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Luka Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here is Morris. Pass to Gordon. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Mavericks trail by 15. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here is Morris. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Can't hit from in close. The Mavericks shooting in this game, 45%. Down low. Oh, and here we go.
That was worth the price of admission.
Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
Now, here's Redick. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you could see what he wanted to do there, but that was a tough giveaway.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. And it's Green missing. Mavericks trail by 15. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Powell. Lays it up off the glass.
The speed on the break from Powell right now. Just booking down the court and getting to the basket.
Pass to Harrison. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. 13 points up. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Josh Richardson. He's out there with J.J. Redick. Hardaway is out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Free throw good for Morris. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And so here is Dallas. Down by 15. Doncic passes to Richardson. 18 feet out. Left side, Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. 5 to shoot. And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Porzingis.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis, showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Now here's Gordon. Morris outside. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
Denver leading by 13. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Doncic with the block. One-on-one here. Porzingis with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up. Doncic kicks to Richardson. It's hauled in by Gordon. Nuggets shooting an outstanding 53% for the game. The Nuggets with another miss. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Doncic against Morris. Off with the layup. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. And the wide open shot from Morris. The three-pointer no good.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Here's Morris, following the score by Josh Richardson. Morris against Doncic. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Doncic leading the charge.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Here's Harrison. It's Rivers on the wing. To the middle. Here's Bol. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Now, here's Doncic. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Denver.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Bol.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Now here's Rivers after Luka Doncic's miss. Denver passing it around. Porter finds Jokic. Over Kleber. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Now, here's Doncic. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Brunson with it. And it's Gordon picking him up to the left side wing. Here's Marjanovic. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
From past the arc. And it's Melly with the rebound. Now here's Burke, covered by Morris. Inside. Here's Chunchar. No good. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a... And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation.
Well, Kevin, and
thanks, David. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And the Clippers starting five. Rajon Rondo is out there with Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. 2 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Zubac finds Leonard. Good on the bucket.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
Now here's Doncic. Here's Kleber, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Doncic with the steal, and Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And Doncic throws it down.
Energy. That's what Doncic brings every night. That steal and basket can ignite a team.
Leonard looking around. The layup off target. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Jackson. And it's Rondo penetrating. It's hauled in by Richardson. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
To the inside. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Stolen by Zubac. Outside Leonard. There's the triple. No good that time. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And Doncic, here we go. And that one drops for him. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Jackson dishes to Morris. To end the run. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And here is Doncic. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Leonard on the wing. Mavericks with the rebound.
In a funk this quarter, he's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. Dishes to Doncic. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Morris with the ball. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And Kleber slams it in.
And how about the vision there for Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Leonard against Doncic.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Richardson attacking. He gets that one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Clippers trail by 8. Rondo passes to Leonard. Shoots from the line. Morris controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Terrific score there off the miss by Morris. Doesn't get a ton of offensive rebounds, but making that one count.
2 on the clock, and Doncic finishes inside. Doncic has got 6 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And, guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So for the Clippers right now, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Batum. And it's man in at the small forward. Hardaway with a wide open look. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And George, here we go. Redick with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from three. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable. So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Now here's Redick. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Powell kicks to Redick. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. It's a 10-point game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
On the wing, Hardaway. And the layup's good off the glass. Hardaway's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the sides.
Proving once again that when you attack with confidence, good things tend to happen.
That one falls.
I like this. DeMarcus does a great job of getting involved off the pick and roll, and we know he can finish.
Outside Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Here's Beverly following the score by Dallas. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Again, Los Angeles.
You want to stop DeMarcus Cousins from driving, but then he also can hit the mid-range jumper.
Brunson with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Cauley-Stein. Feeds it to Powell. Now the pass to Cauley-Stein. Shot clock at 3. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. On the Mavericks with some changes. Zinkis, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. Nobody near Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Dallas leading by 8. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And he has really great coordination to go along with the body control. Porzingis able to convert some tough baskets.
Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Now here's Leonard. That one off the back iron and out.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Leonard against Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Batum passes to George. Los Angeles with another miss. Or kicks to Doncic. And we finish one half of basketball. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter suit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 14. Kenny, how'd you see it? And that'll do it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And it's the Clippers with the ball. They trail by 16. Here's Richardson. Down low, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
And the dunk by Doncic.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Now here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That'll be his second foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. George is checked in for Rajon Rondo. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Here's Richardson. Paul George making his last shot. Pass to Kleber. Richardson outside. Dallas moving the ball around. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
The Clippers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Brunson. Inside. Richardson kicks to Cauley-Stein. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Man gets the bucket.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Richardson finds Brunson. Now Cauley-Stein. He's guarded by Cousins. Richardson the pass to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
A little pick and roll action. Richardson very unselfish. It's the man with a nice catchable pass.
From deep, George. That shot off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
What's up? And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley Stein. Nicolo Melli comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for J.J. Redick. And Trey Burke subbed in for Richardson. Now here is Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Powell. Thompson with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Clippers trail by 13. And George kicks to Zubats. And it's denied. Outside Hardaway. Banked in off the glass. Hardaway has got 6.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And George, here we go. And it's good, 2 points. He's got 15.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Brunson finds Burke. There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's good.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. 15-point game. Back to Jackson. Pass to George. The offensive rebound.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Hardaway against Leonard. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Right side Leonard. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And so it's Dallas, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. On a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard, it's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. And we'll be back with you shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Kennard in at the 2.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Redick passes to Porzingis. Right side Hardaway. Redick finds Doncic. Outside, Porzingis jacks up a 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And the pass to Morris. Here's Leonard. Misses off the right iron. Mavericks leading by 13. On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Leonard. And Doncic throws it down.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Hardaway against Leonard.
He's doing what he can to help them cut into this lead. His shot just isn't quite there tonight.
Doncic Doncic against Zubac. Here's Porzingis. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Clippers trail by 15. And here's Leonard from 3. Redick with the rebound.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Leonard against Doncic. Outside, Porzingis puts it up from 15. A putback. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Now, here's Leonard. Pass to Jackson. Kennard on the wing. A 3 from Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Now here's Jackson following the miss by Porzingis. They get it back.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And so here is Dallas. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Doncic against Morris. Shot from 12. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And then for Los Angeles, Mann's checked in, and it's Paul George in for Luke Kennard. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Mavericks.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Luka Doncic.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 15.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And so it's Dallas with it. Paul George making his last shot. Back to Doncic. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stolen by Jackson. George against Richardson. Outside for Jackson. Wants to get it to Zubac. And does. Misses off the left iron. Now Porzingis. Passes to Finney Smith. To the paint. Now Porzingis. Baseline J on the way. And good that time.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming. Both teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And this is where you see the depth of your team put to the test. Neither squad at full strength in this one. So I expect to see adjustments in various matchups as the first half starts to shape up.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Porter is out there with Bol. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Rivers. And it's Morris in at the point. And for the Clippers, we've got Marcus Morris. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Mann in at the 3. 5 on the clock. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Outside, George. Jackson finds George. There's the pass to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Morris. Rivers has got his second basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Mann, guarded by Porter. Morris. That one rolling around and rims out.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Jokic. It's good.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
The shot by George, no good.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And finished off by Porter.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's George. Pass to Zubac. To stop the run. Morris passes to Mann. And the Clippers miss again. The Nuggets leading by 8. Pass to Jokic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Basket, good.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Rivers. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
George with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. George with no one around. Off target with the open look. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver. Here's Jokic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
That one goes in.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Jackson against Morris. Jokic high post. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
George finds Morris. The tray. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Morris. George has got 7 points.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics, and I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
Morris passes to Jokic. His three-pointers off the mark. Here's Mann. The three from George. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
And
a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Nuggets on top. They lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Denver.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Cousins in at the 5, down low. Denver in the lead. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Harrison. Bucket is good. Harrison's got his first points in this one. Beverley with the ball. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Leonard against Milson. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And at about 230 pounds, Leonard is a well-built specimen. Can absorb defenders like it's nothing.
Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. There's the steal. Gordon dishes to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Kennard kicks to Leonard. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. The Nuggets leading by 3.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
Here's Harrison, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And Gordon is quick in everything he does. I mean, including how he passes the ball. This guy plays with great quickness.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard kicks to Beverley. Here's Leonard. It's rebounded by Najee. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive.
Oh, that was terrific.
and throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
And the pass to Gordon. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion. Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
George against Gordon. A nice shot by George.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Back to Jokic. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Gordon. Rivers against George. Zubac trying to break loose. And so Green will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Jokic, the kick out to Porter. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Rondo passes to George. And we've reached halftime in this one. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Morris is out there with Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Bull. And it's Jokic in its center. Here's Bull. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bull's got the lead up to 12 now for Denver.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And Batum kicks to Leonard. Pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. To the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
You know, I really enjoy watching Cousins go to work deep inside. I mean, it feels like, to me, nobody can guard him down there.
Morris passes to Bull. Back to Morris. Tries again. Jokic inside. He's guarded by Cousins. Inside. Here's Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
You know, if you get open, you can bet that Jokic is going to find you. His floor awareness is off the charts.
Clippers trail by 12. Pass to Cousins. Back to Jackson. Kennard on the wing. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Here's Jackson. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubats is checked in for Cousins. Patrick Beverly comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Harrison's checked in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets leading by 12. Now here's Rivers. He has 6. Millsap passes to Bull. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Bull's got 6.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
And Beverly kicks to Zubats. Rondo passes to Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Bull, the pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Outside, Batum. Back to Beverly. Batum dishes to Beverly. Fires the 3. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Jokic with the steal. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way. Rivers can't get it to go. Here's Beverly, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, you can't leave a lane to the basket available for Beverly, because if you do, he jumps on it quickly.
And it's Harrison with the ball for Denver. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Harrison passes to Gordon. Here's Najee. Back to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And this is Gordon's sweet spot. An awesome dunker who loves getting in tight and wrecking the rim.
And here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Launches a 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to McGee. Back to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. The pass to Najee. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. A nice shot by George. George has got 14 points.
And George really good at recognizing his fast break opportunities and torching the defense with his speed and athleticism in transition.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets sitting with a comfortable lead. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Ivica Zubats, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's man in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
Outside Jackson. Down low, Morris. Green with the block. Pass to man. Jackson kicks to Zubats. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The Nuggets leading by 16. Here's Harrison. No good on the triple.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Morris, no good.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Porter outside. Denver gets it back.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, George has major hops. I mean, this guy just gets up big time for these throwdowns.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Morris passes to Harrison. Up and in on the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Porter with the steal. In the corner, it's Morris. And with the rebound.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Pass to Jokic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The 3 from George. Zubats kicks to Jackson. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Second shot opportunity. Here's Porter. And at last, they get one to fall.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Nugget lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from George. Now Morris. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Denver making a switch here. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Cole comes in for JaMychal Green. Gordon's checked in for Harrison. And it's Rivers in for Morris.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Here's Rivers. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Nuggets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
The 3 from Leonard. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Feeds the bowl. Back to McGee. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And George kicks to Rondo. Outside Leonard lets the 3 fly. Off on that one. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the man. The Dallas Mavericks arriving at the building earlier today. The city of Denver is in full motion tonight as we get set. As things and with
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there at Bull. Then it's Rivers. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Morris in at the point guard position. Now here's Doncic. The pass to Kleba. Back to Doncic. Pass to Kleba. Lots of room. Good on the jump shot. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Richardson against Jokic. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Bull. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. No good. Shot missing. And that's a foul called on Bull. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. And there's the pass to Porzingis. Over Jokic. It's good on the putback.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Morris passes to Bull. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Nuggets shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Morris against Doncic. On the wing, Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. Here's Kleber. And Kleber slams it in.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Here's Jokic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic outside. Passes it to Kleber. The dish now to Richardson. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Millsap comes in for Bull. And it's Harrison in for Morris. And Dallas with a change here, too. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
There's 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Hardaway up top. Millsap covering. To the paint. Kleber finds Porzingis, and he lays it straight in.
And this is where Porzingis can do the most damage. 7'3". He's got the height. He's going to shoot over just about anybody in the league.
There's 31 seconds left in the first quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one drops. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Brunson. Outside, Redick. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
No, I wouldn't test Gordon. With that vertical and length, please try someone else.
Harrison passes to Gordon. Outside Millsap. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Mavericks ahead, up by 2. And we'll get the second quarter under.
Selfless. I mean, you need to put your.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Harrison in at the 1 spot. Hardaway kicks to Redick. Powell against Green. Powell in the high post. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The Nuggets trail. Outside Green. Back to Harrison. Now the feed to Green. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And after some time over in France and the G League, JaMychal Green catching on as a steady NBA veteran.
In Memphis, the Grizzlies played him over Zach Randolph for some time. He's a guy that just keeps working and has found a niche now as his three-point shot has found more consistency in the NBA.
Redick dishes to Hardaway. Redick against Morris. Millsap with the steal. Inside. And Morris throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Ripped away. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Harrison. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley-Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Hardaway, no good. Denver in the lead. McGee inside. Covered by Redick. Morris kicks to Green. Pass to Harrison. Powell with the steal. Outside Hardaway. Here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Outside Hardaway. Redick with the three. JaVale McGee grabs the miss.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And that one's good. Millsap.
Well, once Millsap sees he has an opening, he lays the hammer down on that drive.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
But they'll get another chance. Outside, Redick dishes it to Cauley-Stein. Just 5 to shoot. to halt the run. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Bol comes in for JaMychal Green. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And it's Austin Rivers in for Harrison. Morris dishes to Rivers. And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul. Gordon's checked in for Denver. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Porter with the steal. Here's Rivers, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Well, he does not lack for confidence, does Austin Rivers. He plays with a huge chip on his shoulder.
The Nuggets have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts, and he sinks the second. And here are the Mavericks now, trailing by 5. Doncic finds Burke. Back to Doncic.
Screen.
Jokic trying to free himself up. It's good.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
The Nuggets leading by 3.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Pass to Bol. Lob pass to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there. And that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been... Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Monte Morris. He's been really playing well.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Doncic passes to Kleber. Launches it. And that's good. Luka Doncic for 3. Doncic has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Mavs. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. The lead is 2. Rivers finds Gordon. Back to Rivers. Kicks it out to Gordon. Now the pass to Jokic.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Porzingis passes to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. And Bol pulls it down. The Nuggets leading by 4. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Stolen by Rivers. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's your... There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Yeah, Jokic in a smart place there. Collects the offensive rebound. Very alert. And cleans up the mess.
Rivers against Richardson. It's deflected. Here's Kleber. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Rivers has got the ball. Porter finds Rivers. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Gordon. Good work there as it goes. And now an 8-point Denver lead.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Doncic against Gordon, and it goes down 2 points. Doncic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. The shot comes out, so the Mavericks will take it the other way. Doncic with it. Now Bol defending. Doncic kicks to Kleber. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Over Gordon. Doncic, no good. The Nuggets leading by 6. Here's Bol. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And here's Richardson outside. Another 3 for Dallas. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Burke finds Porzingis. Back to Burke. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Najee. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Hardaway passes to Porzingis. He dishes it to Burke. 5 to shoot. Back to Porzingis. Shoots over McGee. And that one hits back iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Harrison kicks to Millsap. Outside Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Brunson the pass to Burke. Back to Brunson. And Shaquille Harris gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Burke kicks to Redick. For 3. Can't connect. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Green, Harrison out there with Morris. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Porter at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Well, Porzingis in the early part of his career has had some phenomenal first halves of seasons. In the second half has faded. You really just want to see a complete year from Kristaps Porzingis where he can dominate.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Chanchar's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Finney Smith's checked in. And that one, good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And Redick kicks to Porzingis. Outside, Redick. Passes to Porzingis. He wants to get the Millsap and does. Pass to Chancho. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And now it's an 11-point Nugget lead. Redick dishes to Burke. Back to Redick. Back to Burke. Kicks it to Redick. Pocket 6. Knocked loose. Harrison scanning the floor. With the tip. Here's Morris. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Mavericks trailed by 11. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Burke. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Outside Redick. They get the rebound. Another shot. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, the closer Porzingis gets to the basket, the more aggressive he becomes, and for good reason. He's going to get fouled.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Millsap, and it's Bol in for Green. And then for Dallas, Josh Richardson's checked in for Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Trey Burke. Morris outside. The pass to Jokic. He feeds it to Bol. Goes back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Well, the 6'10" Serbian Jokic is doing a little bit of everything. A decent scorer, a determined rebounder, and, of course, an elite passer.
Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. Austin Rivers comes in for Harrison. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Doncic passes to Kleber. Ring shot on the way. And it's Doncic missing. The Nuggets leading by 11. Gordon inside. He's against Porzingis and stolen by Richardson. Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Doncic left side. Over Jokic. Off the left rim and out. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. From 13, doesn't go that time. Nice D from Porzingis. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time, no doubt about that one.
Porzingis has gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. Morris outside. Passes it to Jokic. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bol's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
The towering presence that is Bol. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. They double him with Jokic. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Doncic, no good. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Morris. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. Tries from 16. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Doncic. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Burke, the pass to Brunson. To the middle. Jokic with the steal. From deep. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Down low, here's Burke. Lets it go with the three. Off target. And so it's Denver taking care